All right, so yesterday we were out doing a little drive for sick week and checking out some stuff for Orlando and everything. So today we were going to go to Orlando and then backtrack down to Bradenton and kind of do the back route, look at what we were doing as far as the routes. But Garrett called this morning when I picked Steve up from the airport, so we grabbed Lukey and he wanted Steve to look at an engine, so we got down here a little bit ago. Steve's looking at the engine in toast, just for some stuff for the Cleetus cars on Saturday. So, but we're here for LeMullets, which we get practice tonight from 4 to 7, and then we're going to get to, and then the race is actually tomorrow night. Steve and I are partners. If you don't know LeMullets, the 2.4 Hours of LeMullets, it is Crown Vic race. I think there's 20 cars in it this time. I did it last year with Freiberger, my co-pilot. Steve's my co-pilot this year. Car number 50. It's available on pay-per-view. I don't think there's any tickets available for it here in Bradenton to come see it in person, but that's what we got going on. So we're gonna run in the shop there. Steve's looking over some stuff, and then basically we'll just catch up with everybody around here. But did I even say what shop we're at? We're obviously at the Cleetus McFarland garage. So there you go. Talked to James earlier. Everybody's in here. So. It's been misting all morning, so we'll see how this all works out for later tonight. It might be slippery, and if anybody's been following the stuff, the track went from a normal oval to a kidney shape, which it was bad enough last year when I did it as an oval, so I can't imagine the kidney shape. I really think it's just going to be whoever makes it to the end. So I don't know if the best strategy, because you can't be in the back because the front's going to catch up, but I don't know if the best strategy is try and hang out in the middle of the pack somewhere, and if there is a spot like that where you can kind of avoid all the chaos that's going to happen, I guarantee, for the beginning of the race, and who knows how many cars survive that first 10 laps of it. So I don't believe they've ever done anything like that. The Ranger race they did a little bit ago was still the oval, so this is the first time introducing a whole new concept. If anybody knows the track, it goes from pavement to concrete on the skid pad and then back to pavement. If anybody's ever done burnouts or anything like that in a transition area where it goes from pavement to concrete, you know that that's a delicate touch, and that's also, unfortunately, fortunately, that's going to end up probably one of the passing zones on this. So, but see what all he's got floating around the shop over here. Obviously they're back there in the corner working on toast, but you got some of the other skid cars. I mean, all his normal stuff floating around here. We do have Parker's car I seen here. I know that he posts about a bunch of new engine parts, so I know he's getting that ready for sick week. Not sure which cars Garrett and James are bringing for sick week. I don't know if it'll be the normal Leroy and Ruby, or maybe they'll change it up. I mean, that's the call it a unfair advantage for them, as we're starting in Bradenton, which is literally right next door to this shop and right next door to the Freedom Factory. So that's the start and end track. So them getting to the start of the track isn't going to be very hard considering it's next door. But see what they got? Well, that's the goal, is when the Nomad's done, that it's basically going to be a pretty multi-purpose, pretty badass deal. So little radials on it and a big screw blower. I mean, I don't know, that seems like the trick for burnout cars. Maybe have George whip up a different set of headers for it so that it can blow the smoke away. But so, is this what you're running in the burnout?
Yep, Old Faithful here. So call it rod knot.
Yep. If you just add nitrous, it fixes rod knot.
Yeah.
So see, there you go. That's it. That fixes it every time.
These typically will run all the time. They'll have, you probably don't know what the percentages that you have up here, do you?
You're just hanging out watching Steve do all the work, just like drag week, right?
Exactly.
I know, yeah, it seems familiar, doesn't it? Come here and do the same thing for Garrett.
Yep.
Come here and do all the work.
The real reason we invited Steve is we wanted him to just work on toast.
All right, so we got some nitrous bottles here, but how many cars are in this thing, Garrett? 20? 18. That's not 18 nitrous bottles, so I guess it's luck of the draw. Which car has nitrous, which car does not. So we were over there earlier, we got ours plumbed up for 2 bottles, so it should be ready to go. So, but oh yeah, there's more in there. So yeah, 5 more icing off. If anybody doesn't know what nitrous, I don't know a whole lot about it. All I know is the bottle frozen the bottle warm, the mother bottle, that gets you the most nitrous into the bottle. So there's a special dip tube in it that goes down to the bottom because the liquid is more valuable than the air. That's about what I know for nitrous. Ice cream truck is being equipped with nitrous though, as I showed you some of the other videos. So therefore, we're gonna learn a little bit more about nitrous on that little straight six in there and how much it can handle and what the ice cream truck can do. But for LeMullets, every car gets equipped with one bottle. You got a button on the steering wheel. There's a light on the deck lid that lights up when you're pressing the button, and you get one bottle for the whole race. So you got to strategically figure out when you're going to use that nitrous, when you're going to use it, when you're not going to use it. The rule on the street is it's kind of your passing gear. So when you really want to pass somebody, then the nitrous is the way to pass somebody. So if you do it that way, then your nitrous will last a little longer. So that's what we got.
It's just like Fast and the Furious, right?
So yep,
With the
just like
NOS.
the Fast and the Furious, turn on the NOS. There's a big arm switch in there, and then it lights up, and then it's cool because then there's a video that plays when you do that actually shows the nitrous running through all the lines, and then the fire shooting out the end.
Danger to the manifold.
Yep, and that's these cars here. They just do a dry squirt. So basically these, we'll show you on the Crown Vic, whether it's today or tomorrow, but we'll show you like really just a hole into where the air filter goes, or the tube there, and just throws a jet in there. And same, it runs the factory tune-up. There's no modifications to the car whatsoever, just 50 shot. So maybe it's a 50 shot. Hey Garrett, does that equal a 50 shot on the
65 shot?
65 shot? Okay. Some of them have 100 shots, but no. So you got about a 65 shot, and you can definitely feel it. And for no tuning difference or anything like that, it's amazing that the cars just handle it and drive away. So, all right, getting ready. We should be able to do some practice laps here in a little bit, 4 o'clock. We got Steve Morris here. He's my co-driver this time around.
One and only.
Yep. The one and only.
The one and only.
Fortunately, but it'll be his first time ever going in a, well, not even in a circle. It's in a kidney.
It's a kidney shape.
It'll be my first time going in a kidney-shaped track. So we'll see. Draining right now, so it's going to be wet for these practice laps over there. So we'll see what happens with that. But all good time. All right, you got Lyle and Stevie getting ready to go out, make a couple hits, and then our Steve needs to go out and make a couple hits, and I'll take a couple laps, try this kidney shape. So it's gonna be a lot different out there with that. So we'll see. We'll see how that affects things. I know it's gonna make things bad. So. Get ready.
I got all that stuff off over there, so I appreciate it.
Thanks. didn't even realize you were out there.
This one's very slow.
Huh?
This one's slow compared to all the other ones.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you in that, going into that corner out there.
I was trying to find the best spot in that corner to dip down, and like it's definitely weird with that kidney in there. So my analysis was I tried 10 different lines over there. Every lap I tried a different line to be able to duck in better, and none of them worked. So like they're all the same. It's almost like you just got to slam on the brakes and then come into it. Like
Whoever figures this part out first is going to have the biggest advantage.
Yep.
For sure.
Probably it's gonna be such a cluster.
Yeah, you're not
There's
even
going to be a
go where
bunch
you
of
want to
ruts
go.
right there.
Like it's not gonna matter.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is you can have,
Right now you can go where you want to go. You're not gonna be able to go.
yeah, you can have the perfect line, but it won't be there come tomorrow. So
How's that one?
This car is looser than that black car, and she's hissing away, but it's gonna be fun. I'm way too competitive to not get back and pass that dude. It's killing me. Spun around, yeah. Spun around, taking the inside a little too tight. Doesn't want to hang out down there like the black car does. I think the black car must have a little better tire on it, and yeah, and this does have a little more power, but and it dives into the corners kind of hard too, so it doesn't have as much sway bar as that car. So I'd probably drive the black car again, to tell you the truth.
the kidney shape definitely changes the game with it. I did this last year unsuccessfully at anything other than breaking a tie rod and finishing with one tire pointed each direction for the last 20 minutes of the race. But
yeah,
so that's my one advice thing is you got to pay attention to the front tires, because as soon as somebody clips one of those front corners, look how they're all dented. You end up snapping the damn tie rod, and then you can't steer, and then that makes it real bad. So, but no, the kidney brings in that it's raining today. They're calling for it just to be cloudy tomorrow, so it'll be a little bit different. But even out there now, it's tricky. So just imagine when there's 18, 20 cars out there. Like
18 cars.
Is that 18? Is that
So
the
that's
number?
what Cletus said, it was 18 cars, yeah.
So, and it definitely stepped up the Crown Vic game this year. These things all look a lot nicer than the ones that we had last year. So one good thing though, they do outfit them with all Nito tires. So like all of them get tire changes, not the factory tires on there, because the ones, our car actually would have had an advantage with the regular tires because ours is a police cruiser. So it at least would have had those lower profile ones they put on the Crown Vic.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I mean, went good. Got the practice laps in, and then tomorrow we got decorate the car, so we're gonna have to go get some paint. I mean, those are decorated cars from the last race. So we do have a big SICK logo on the roof of our car that they did. So SICK the Mag logo, so that's sweet. And then, I mean, what are you thinking style-wise? Do we paint it or do we just leave it?
I don't know, I think you got one on the hood, or on the roof. I think you could still do a SICK across here in orange.
Oh, just
And maybe
orange
some
spray paint, and then we'll just make our own.
SICK.
Oh, just write SICK.
SICK.
You gotta do like, you could do the eyes on the windscreen like Cars, like the Cars movie.
Oh yeah, that's actually, we should paint the window, the front windshield.
It could be 50 SICK.
Oh, 50 SICK.
Or SICK 50. How old are you?
50.
50.
That's why I picked 50.
Oh, that's okay.
Because it's like what number or
50,
whatever.
yeah.
And I'm like, are you still 50 or did you pass
Not
it?
51.
But so we're probably the oldest people here racing. So I don't know
Could
if there
be,
would be
I don't know.
anybody. I don't know if there's any. Most people get wiser in their old years, and like that's
No.
kind of missed me. So
Yeah, no.
still just as dumb. So, but so whatever. We get to do some decorating with it tomorrow. They got the drivers meeting and then qualifying, which I mean on the qualifying we got to figure out who does it. But I mean I'll let you do it because I did qualifying last year and I did this race. So we'll let you do the qualifying and then that picks our position. And I think with qualifying you go out with 4 cars and then basically you get a warm-up lap, you get 2 hot laps, and then a cool-down lap.
Yep.
So main thing with that is just separation from the car in front of you, because if you catch them, then now all of a sudden your time's dying. And I had last year the person in front of me on the 2nd hot lap thought it was the 3rd, and they slowed down. So then it's like my lap that was going to be the good lap ended up being bad because I was on the brake pedal because of the person in front of me. So
Cool.
So I mean that's that, and then once that field's set, and I think we race at 7 o'clock. It is pay-per-view, so there's the Cletus McFarland, or I know baldeagle.com. That takes you to a link that you can get the pay-per-view. I think it's $15 or something, and you get to watch that. And Cletus Car Saturday, which I'm going to hang out and watch that. We don't know yet. Like don't know. Toyed with the Volverino going in there, but we don't know. Maybe we'll take the jet out of this if this still runs tomorrow. And then we'll just run straight nitrous to it, and I'll do the burnout with just straight nitrous and no jet. There's Lyle going out for another hot lap. Watch him spin that thing out again before we take off.
Yeah.
So, but
Stevie and
that's a wrap up for this on test day. Great times, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.